Hey, this is lesson 13 of Andy's free video charts, and I thought it'd be a good idea to do some reviewing. It's good for people who haven't watched them all. It's good to have some guitar knowledge of some of the basic stuff like the caged scales, the caged pentatonic. Cage scale is just, you got the C there. In my guitar it's a C here where it comes out an A flat, on the piano, and then the C goes to the A, and cage, C-A-G-E-D. Okay, and then to the G. Now this is the hard one to get because it's hard to do the bar. Ta-da! Because it's the big cadence kind of. Ta-da! Happy days. And then the E is the easy one. E for easy. And last but not least is the G shape. You can bar it on the second member of the scale, and okay, that's cage. That would be barred. There's the D shape. Okay. This is on Warped fretboard. So let's get to a warped one so we can see what's going on. The D shape back here, this is a warped fretboard. So you would starting on the 2 here. Alright. The D shape starts on the second of the scale of the key that you're doing, and then you'd have the root, the 5th, and the 3rd there, barring on the 2. Okay, the E shape bars on the root. Okay, so the main chord would be 5 root 3 there. For the D shape, remember, it's 5 root 3 there. It's kind of hard to do the mouse and the guitar at the same time. The G shape was here, which is root 3 5 there, and then you have a root there and a 5th there and a root. So it's pretty much root 3 5. We can see right here is a major 3rd. Alright, and then on top of that is a minor 3rd from the 3 to the 5. So it's from the root, it would be the major 3rd would be and then to the minor, okay. Now that's the root position. Anything with the R on the bottom is the root position, as long as you do the 3rd and the 5th. There are other inversions that define that caged chord. Now the A shape in the cage, and we're almost to the C. We did the D, we did the E, we did the G. The A starts on the 5th. Okay. Now why am I on the E and the G shape? Okay. Sitting here on the E shape. Now, so I always get a little mixed up. Okay, and we talked about the G shape. We didn't play it for a second time. And then down here, the A shape once again starts on the 5th, and we have the reason why I wanted to get back to playing a chord is because I wanted to play the second inversion. 5 root 3 right there is the second inversion. Same thing with the D shape. Okay, but when you get into some of the other shapes, the E shape is second inversion. but it's the same chord. And then with C now, C's interesting because, excuse me, whoa, I think it's time for a little coffee gulp there. The C's the longest chord, longest, chord pops, whatever. G is long too, but the C is all encompassed. It included in this chamber here, which goes from the 3 to the 5. All right, and down here on this color diagram, this would be the 3, which would be the E. Right here is still an E over here. Right? There's still an E over here showing on the screen because I'm too lazy to zoom in. So, not too lazy, but kind of cautiously, not wanting to zoom in all the time because then we have to zoom back out. So that is an E in this case if it's the key of C we were talking about. So, excuse me, the C note, the C chord in caged is 5 root 3 would be way down here. That's in the mud. So we go root. We're going to play the root position. The root position instead of 5 root 3. Now I'm playing an A flat for more advanced people but if you don't have a guitar, don't worry about that. I'm playing an E flat instrument, an A flat instrument. I turned it into a virtual A flat instrument. So here's your root, here's your third, here's your fifth in the C. Now the interesting thing, the difference between, let's talk about caged on this first box here. Cage on this first box here. Now we can get out of the key of C because when you do cage going up the neck, it stays in one key. All right. When you do cage on the neck there and do the C here, that's a C major. But now this, okay, this you could say is the fifth of C. It most certainly is. But if you did a major scale from here, you would get an a G major scale. Okay. And what I wanted to talk about is when you do the pentatonic C, and these are the only two I wanted to talk about right now. The pentatonic C goes, and the pentatonic G goes. You can get the entire pentatonic G on the first 4 frets there, but if you wanted to do the and this is why I didn't want to zoom too far in, if you wanted to do the diatonic G scale, you wouldn't be able to do it. Why is that? Well, I will show. Well, now we're chart jumping. Why are we chart jumping? I don't know. I don't know why we're chart jumping now. Oh, we're not chart jumping. We're not chart jumping. I think we're on the same chart. Anyway, because here, let's say here is where we were. Okay? The 3 goes up to here. With the C, we have a longy into 3 shorties. And then one more longy, but it's warped. And so is the third shorty is warped. So that's why the C gets this. Okay, that's the shorty warped and the longy warped. Warps back over on the top 2 strings. With the G, we start on the 6th. Okay, essentially, so you are kind of in this key of G when you do it down here and you start messing with open string down here, not doing